I just got back from seeing Alice Through the Looking Glass. And whew, I gotta say, just no. Just no. No. Um mm, it's just no. It's there. Okay. So I was like, when I went to the theater today, I had three options in mind. Alice Through the Looking Glass, X-Men Apocalypse, and Nice Guys. Really, I wanted to see Nice Guys, but I'm saving that. Also, I know, I swore that I would do a video game episode, and I swear it's coming at the same time as this. So, the I went into this movie with decent hopes. I hoped that it would at least be as good as Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Boy, was I mistaken. This movie had a plot. Like the first one, a very solid plot with a lot of useless returning characters. And if, in short, if this movie had been if this was a rose by any other name, it would have been a better movie. Um, Let me start with some of the previews, because the previews that I saw were worth talking about. Of course, Ghostbusters, expected. Kubo and the Two Strings looks to be cute, fun, good adventure, kind of balance between lighthearted and like action dramatic. Probably something that'll appeal to kids and adults. It looks to be pretty good, actually. I like the animation style that they showed. It's kind of Asian CG. It's like CG, but very Asian themes. Then Tim Burton's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children doesn't look terrible. I'll probably go see it. Shouldn't be too bad. The BFG, which actually looked like it was going to be a Tim Burton film, but is a Steven Spielberg film. I thought that it was really weird that that's the direction he went to go. It almost seemed like there was a collaboration at some point between the two to make that movie. I don't really want to see it. It doesn't look all that great. I read the BFG when I was young, Big Friendly Giant, and I don't want to see this movie. Pardon the potential noise and light behind me. It's storming here. Pete's Dragon. I don't know. I don't know. It's got Robert Redford in it. I may see it just because of that, but I don't know. And then Sing. Sing is the DreamWorks answer to Zootopia. An all animal cast in their actual animal forms, very low anthropomorphization in a city-like environment with no humans, and it's like Zootopia meets whatever the big singing competition is right now, the international one. I don't know. It's kind of like America's Got Talent, but with animals singing. Looks to be amusing, a little funny. I might go see it. I mean, I probably will go see it. I just don't expect a lot. It's going to be riddled with pop culture references and stuff that I probably won't get, or may only get a few of. And then, oh, this movie, this movie. Where do I even begin? How about the beginning, where they show you a 3 to 4 minute music video themed on the movie, and oh man, I it's like previews and then this music video that just kind of comes out of nowhere, and I was very confused by what they were doing here. I mean, okay, in a Pixar film, they always have like Pixar shorts. So at the beginning of this one, I was like, well, this could be a regular Disney short. Maybe, who knows? I was like, maybe the song is good and maybe it'll be decent, but no, it's just a pop artist who got to deal with Disney doing a song about Alice in Wonderland, kind of. And oh, I already wanted to leave at that point. The movie hadn't even started yet. I said, no, 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 I'll be fine. Oh, actually, before the movie started, I got there early. I was the first person there. I was only there like 20 minutes early. And then about 30 people ended up actually showing up for the movie, including a family of four, where I sat in the back in the middle, because I always show up early so that I get my back middle seat, so that the stereo sound is balanced on both sides. I get a clear, unobstructed view of the screen without any like heads in the way or anything like that. And right before the movie starts, a family of four comes up and they sit next to me in the back on my right hand side. When there is an empty theater, or a mostly empty theater, don't sit next to strangers. I just don't do it. Don't do it. It's it's a jerk thing to do. I'm there to watch a movie. It, let me enjoy my movie. And the worst thing is that it wasn't a family of four were who were like two preteen kids and two adults or something like that. It was a 6 or 7 year old boy who sat right next to me. Right next to me. And then next to him was their 3-month-old infant. I don't even know how they got a 3-month-old infant into the theater, because I was like, okay, this movie's only like an hour and a half, maybe an hour 40 minutes, but that kid is gonna cry. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I guarantee it. You know what did happen? About 30 minutes from the end, 20 to 30 minutes from the end, kid starts crying and screaming. I ended up actually moving over a seat, but that did not help at all when the kids started crying. Just everyone was looking back at us. I was like, please, just shut your kid up so that I can finish watching this crappy movie. Oh, spoiler alert, the movie's crappy. But I am here. And I'm here to tell you about the movie. So the movie starts with a scene, and I'm already having to suspend my disbelief, about Alice coming back from her trip to China, where she is escaping Malaysian pirates. And she does so by running full sail in a storm over a sandbar surrounded by shoals, and basically she does something ballsy so that the pirates can't follow her. Whatever. She comes back. Uh, the reality plot is that her mother has basically sold off everything that was supposed to belong to her, including her. It's like including potentially her home. And so to make sure that she keeps her home, she's going to trade, or Alice's mother wants to trade the ship that she just returned on, which was her father's ship, for the house. It's a big thing, whatever. Hamish comes back and is now an asshole because Alice turned him down. Then Alice goes to the looking glass and the movie happens. The fantasy part has a solid plot, which is not supposed to be the case for an Alice in Wonderland movie. It's supposed to be sort of an experience. What it's supposed to be is that it's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to make you think about language and the way that we communicate with each other and have really trippy dream imagery. And you know what? I will say that the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland does a better job at accurately portraying the sort of things that what the movie is than either of these two live action movies. Let me run through the plot of the actual. I don't know if it's a dream. I don't know if it's a dream or if she's insane or what it is, because they kind of. Okay, I'll get there. So Alice goes through the looking glass into Underland. I don't know. There are things that say Wonderland on them in Wonderland, even though in the previous movie they said it was Underland. Fucking Cheshire Cat must just fucking with our heads. And the Mad Hatter found the first hat that he made, which leads him to believe that his family, which was killed on some weirdly named day because it's Underland. I'm just going to call it Wonderland. He thought that they were dead, killed by the Jabberwocky, but in finding his hat, believed that his family was still alive. So Alice has to go meet with Time to travel back. She steals some time travel device from Time, travels back through time, looking at some of the Wonderland history, going back to find what happened with the Jabberwocky. Oh my god, his family is actually still alive and taken by the Red Queen. Oh, the Red Queen wasn't originally a bitch. Basically, it all stems from some hate towards her sister and a sibling rivalry because the White Queen took tarts when they were kids and hid the crumbs in the Red Queen's room so that she wouldn't get in trouble. And then the Red Queen never forgave the White Queen. And then the Red Queen ran out of the castle and hit her head on a sidewalk or something like that, which is what caused her head to swell up and her become an evil bitch. And that's the movie. So there's some good visuals. They're good visuals, but they're not Wonderland visuals. They're too dark, too twisted, There's no lightheartedness in this film. It's very serious. And I didn't expect it to be so serious. Time is serious. The Mad Hatter is serious. All of the returning characters who do nothing in this movie, by the way, except the only four characters that matter are the Red Queen, the White Queen, Alice, and the Mad Hatter. Those are the only real characters in this movie. Every other returning character is just lines of dialogue. Filler, while the other characters actually do things. And, I mean, this. If they want to go with having a story, have a story, have characters that actually. I mean, I guess you could call it that they had arcs, where at the end the White Queen admits that she had ate the tarts and was sorry, and the Red Queen forgives her. And then you have Alice, who learns to let go of her past because you can't change the past, you can only learn from it. And so she's like, hey, you can go ahead and sell the ship. It's just a ship, but you're my mother, so I should take care of you. And then they end up going into business together and into a trade business with the father's ship, and end up just being like, fuck the house. The house, whatever. We'll just buy a trading house on the pier. And I mean, there's a lot of returning characters that they could have done things with. Absalom, the caterpillar that turned into a butterfly, comes back. The dog, whose name I can't remember because I don't think Bernard, maybe, I guess. But I don't think they ever say his name in the movie. The March Hare, the White Rabbit, the Dormouse, even the Bandersnatch comes back. But nothing. Nothing. They don't do anything. Except, at one point, she rides the Bandersnatch to the Red Queen's castle. Oh, Time. Time is a moderately important character in this movie, because Alice fucks up Time. And there's this weird thing where, like, okay, so in the middle of the movie, she is looking for the chronosphere, which is the thing that she stole from Time to travel through time. And by stealing it from Time, she's basically put a timer on the destruction of Wonderland. And then, part of the way through, she wakes up in an insane asylum. An 1800s, or a Victorian era insane asylum. And it's pretty confusing because they talk about how she was trying to climb under furniture and talking about her chronosphere, and basically said that she was insane and had her committed. And then she escapes the insane asylum, goes back to Hamish's house, finds the chronosphere under a couch, and then jumps back through Looking Glass. And then when time basically gets fucked up, it shows the mirror like everything gets covered in rust. Apparently rust is their way of suggesting that time has stopped, everything turns rusted. Actually, it's not because she stole time. Kind of part of it was mostly triggered by the Red Queen seeing herself as a child, or her past and present selves seeing each other basically broke the time stream. But it was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. But it's and then they show the mirror entirely rusted over in real life. And so is Wonderland real? Is Wonderland a dream? Wonderland is just supposed to be a child's dream. coping mechanism for real life events. What it should be is that she has these dreams, and she goes through this dream, and it's supposed to be some trippy adventure, but through the character interaction, she's supposed to come to terms with the things that are happening in her life. You know what? And that would be fine. But there's this weird mixing of Wonderland and reality that's all throughout the film. It makes you wonder: is Alice crazy? Does Wonderland exist? Is she just dreaming? Those are the three possibilities, and you're just never sure. You're never sure. There's evidence for all of them, except that it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's insane, and not in a good way. If it had been like it would have been insane in a good way. There would have been weird poems, even if it was first movie, there would have been strange dialogue that didn't make sense. But it made sense. You understood that. Basically, in the books, there is everyone constantly misinterprets the things that Alice says. Everything. If there is a homophone for something, that's what they interpret it as. So if you had said that you read a book, for example, they might ask you where your paint bucket is. And they would say, why not blue? Why not yellow, or something like that. So there's that, and then they don't do any of that. There's no really anything clever in this movie. There's no good really writing. I just why would they throw references all the time. There's all sorts of references in this movie. She goes to the Looking Glass, chess pieces, and Humpty Dumpty Falls, and all the King's horses, and all the King's men put together again. But I mean, which is something that happened in through the Looking Glass. But it doesn't feel right. You know, there's not. Before that, there was like in the books, Humpty Dumpty was sitting on a really tall wall, and Alice is talking to Humpty Dumpty and basically saying, it doesn't matter if I'm not gonna fall. But if I did fall, the king personally promised me that all of his horses and men would come together. And they have this long conversation, and he ends up. I was either singing a song or reciting a poem about fish. There's a lot of poetry and stuff about fish in the books. Which is fine. It was weird. And kind of crazy. And it was good. But there's no character interaction. It's just Alice doing things. And this character is so bland. She was so bland that her costume for the first half of the movie was an exotic Chinese dress that she received purchased while she was overseas. And it's bright and colorful. And when she goes into Wonderland, which is dingy and gray and not very full of life. The way that Wonderland isn't supposed to be. She stands out, but her personality doesn't do anything. She's not an exciting character. She doesn't put any emotion into her dialogue. It's so boring. I wanted to leave before the movie started. I wanted to leave 10 minutes into the movie. I wanted to leave when she woke up in the insane asylum. Actually, for a moment I was hoping that when she was in the insane asylum, actually going to be something good there. About her reconciling her Wonderland fantasy with reality. Would have been interesting, but no, she just heads back and just. It's just
Don't see it.
Don't see it in theaters.
Don't pay money to see it. I'm regretting
paying money to see it.
Fortunately, my next ticket is free, so I'll watch Nice Guys
for free.
It'll be great.
It'll be great.
I'll do a
I'll
review
do
on
a
that.
review on that.
But don't go see this movie. Wait till it comes out on DVD. Stream it on
Red or
watch
rent it from
Redbox
or
stream it on
Netflix or
Netflix.
something.
Just don't go
see it.
Not worth it.
Even if you've got kids.
There's really only a couple good moments in the movie. It's not worth
that.
I mean, I
saw it at night on a weekend, so
I had to pay
full price for my tickets.
$10
a person.
Worth it.
Just wait. Just wait. All right.
This has been
SGSM.
I'm Alex.
Signing out.